Hey guys, welcome back to the Montreal Expos franchise, episode 31, where we're going to finish off the month of July in season 4 here in this episode. Really quickly, before we begin and go over the stats, I want to thank you guys for your support. If you guys continue to like this series, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're going over the standings here of the lineup. Franco and Meadows doing pretty solid. The averages isn't the highest. Batting average isn't the highest, but the numbers are there. Ian Happ, one of the best hitters on the team. Jesse Winker doesn't have as many at-bats because he doesn't play against lefties, but still doing pretty solid. Vlad Jr., not bad. 50 RBIs and 18 bombs. 244 is kind of low, but that's whatever. Willy Adames, always solid. Willy Adames, can't complain about him. The rookie, Eric Ruiz, off to a very hot start in his career, batting .330, 3 homers, 15 RBIs, and 115 at-bats. And Greg Jones, very solid. If you look at his hitting stats, they're not the best. More of a good fielder, more speed guy, but he's been hitting pretty solid. And same with rookie Brian Ramirez, 262 in his rookie year, 8 home runs right now from the nine spot. You can't complain at all. Can't complain at all about him. And then we're going to go over the bench really quickly as well. Josh Fegley is actually doing pretty decent in the backup catch role, batting .294. Will Myers plays against lefties, batting .282. Can't complain about him either. Jake Shanner hasn't got a lot of game time this year, not doing great. Same with Florial, and Nate Lowe has just been underperforming since his World Series MVP stint. Blake Snell, kind of mediocre this season, but Woodruff is leading the way. About sub-3 ERA this season. I love this guy. Good acquisition we made, Woodruff. Chirinos always doing good, it seems like. Low 3s this season from him. Nick Lodolo got bumped to the 4th spot, but I switched it right after I showed this. I don't know why it was bumped to the 4th spot, but he's doing whatever. I mean, he's early on in his MLB career. Not terrible. And Balazovic actually having a really good season. 3.42 ERA. In the bullpen, we got their ups and downs, like always. They got Castillo, who's having a good year. 2.58. Matt Bowman's doing pretty solid. Low 3s. Colin Poche as well. Very, very solid. 55 innings, so it's a below 2 ERA. 1.8 just about for Poche. Givens is having a decent season. Anything below 4 is just a decent season. Chad Green's been disappointing. He was our kind of a big signing this year. Disappointing. Jose Alvarado, decent. No complaints. And same thing with Glass now. No real complaints. He hasn't been doing as good as last season, but he's got 18 saves and 3 blown saves in 25 and a third innings pitch. Now, so to start off this episode, this set of games, we got 3 games in this episode because we went over the stats, and then we're going to go over the All-Star team. First in the Reds, we got Balazovic on the mound, 8-4, 3.42, and 15 starts this year. Way better than he was doing in the first 2 seasons. But in the first, that's going to be a nice blooper of a base hit that is going to start some trouble. This one by Nick Senzel gets ripped in the left, and Jesse Winker can't make the play. It's an early mess here in the first inning. Second and third, nobody out for Cincinnati. Eugenio Suarez, however you say his name, rips one in the gap. It's going to one-hop off the right field wall. 2 runs are going to score. It's 2-0 Cincinnati early on in the first inning. Just like that, 18 pitches in. We're struggling already. This is our old pal Hunter Renfroe is going deep into right, high off the right field wall. Not quite gone, but it's going to score a run. It's going to be an RBI double for Hunter Renfroe. I don't think anyone who I've traded has not done well when they played us in the return. Going up against Joe Musgrove, by the way, who's having a great season. In the 4th, that's Eric Ruiz. The rookie's going to keep the rally alive. That leads to first and third, 2 outs in the 4th inning. Got a little bit of a rally going down 6-1. We're down 5 runs. Greg Jones is going to check swing. Didn't go. And then a run is going to score on the wild pitch. So we're chipping away a little bit, 6-2. Then Greg Jones just going to bounce one in front of the plate, and he's going to beat that out with that great speed to keep the rally going. Next up is going to be the rookie Brian Ramirez. 2 on, 2 out. That's low, and that's a stolen base from Greg Jones. He's too quick, man. That 93 speed feels like 99. He's that quick. And then Brian Ramirez rips one, gets a fastball right in his wheelhouse, off the wall. Both runs are going to score. Cuts this lead down to 6-4, just like that. We're down 5 with 2 outs. Now we're only down 2. In the 5th, Ian Happ takes that hanging slider and belts it over the right field monster ass wall. 18th home run of the season. That's a home run. It's tied at 6. Later on, it's Ian Happ again. That's a base hit and already tied the game. Now he gives us the lead in the bottom of the 6th. Gives us a 7-6 lead. Meadows into third safely. Next batter is Jesse Winker. He is going to take a slider over the right field wall. Sliders are getting crushed in this game today. That's a home run. It's 10-6, just like that. We scored 9 unanswered in this game to take a 4-run lead. In trouble in the 8th. Diego Castillo works out of it, though. We're going to go into the 9th with a comfy 4-run lead. It's Chad Green trying to get some work in. Ketel Marte fights a slider. And an inside slider, too, got jammed. Fights it off in the left for base hit. Suarez, no doubt job in the left. It's only 1 out, and now this 4-run lead turned into a 1-run lead. So Chad Green's bum ass had to come out of there, and we had to bring our boy Tyler Glass now in to get these last 2 outs. Gets the first out, then with 1 out to go, gives up an absolute missile. And this game is tied. Just like that, a 4-run 9th inning lead we just gave away, and we never do that too. Our bullpen's very good, our late inning bullpen, but not this year, not with Chad Green. He's having an awful season, and that's not going to help his 5-something ERA. Bottom of the 9th, though, winning run at third, 2 out, 3-2 count. Brian Ramirez rips one in the left, but right at Hunter Renfroe in left field. We got another chance in the 10th, first and second, 1 out. It's Winker, chops one up the middle. It's going to be slow to turn 2. There's one, and just not in time. We get the winning run at third yet again for Vladdy Jr., and he gets a fastball right there, timed it up perfectly, but he pops it up in the infield, and we blow another chance. Speaking of Hunter Renfroe, there he is right there, strikes out swinging there in the 11th, still tied at 10. Then a runner on, though. 2-2 count, another strikeout. Jose Alvarado, 100-mile-an-hour two-seam fastball. You're not hitting that on the outside corner. Bottom of the 12th, here we go again. Another winning run at third, bases loaded. 3-2 count for Vlad. I really thought that was a grand slam when that came off the bat. But no, warning track, cheese. Well, in front of the warning track, but still. This one, though, we had all those chances. You knew it was going to be a matter of time before we let him, go to waste. There's a base hit down the third base line. Reds took the lead in the 13th. We had to take a lot to come back. And, of course, this is the inning we score. That's a base hit from Ramirez. Going to load the bases up with 1 out. Winning run at the plate. Tying run at first for Wander Franco. 2-2 count. Wander Franco rips a base hit in a right field. 1 run's going to score. Greg Jones going to hold up at third. No need with only 1 out. And he's not the tying run anyway. Austin Meadows, the next batter. He can win it with the shot in the gap here. Checks his swing, but he gets hit in the leg. That's going to bring home another run. We're down by 1 with 1 out in the inning. Bases loaded. Ian Happ is going to swing and miss on a filthy changeup. It was a really good pitch, though. Jesse Winker is our last hope. And then he's just going to lazily fly this one in the left. And Hunter Renfroe is going to close this game out by making that play. And it's Archie Bradley, one of our old relief pitchers we got at the deadline of year 2, I believe. He closes the game out, just barely squeaks by, and we end up losing that one to the Reds. Kind of a heartbreaker. We really should have won that one. We had so many chances. We came back from a 5-run deficit, too. But anyway, we're going on to the next one against the Cubs. In the first, it's Ian Happ. A 2 out, nobody on. He's going to get a little bit of a 2-out rally starting in the first inning. That's 1 hop the wall for a double for Happ. Still one of our best hitters on the team. Next up is Vladdy Jr. He belts one the opposite field into the gap. That's going to 1 hop the wall. Back-to-back doubles, going to get a run for us. And that's going to start us off on the right foot of this game. And that's exactly what we needed, because we do have the young pitcher, Nick Lodolo, on the mound, and he is going to get G-Man Choi. The Cubs still have him. We traded him at the end of year 1. The Cubs still have him. G-Man Choi to fly out to center, but no, Ian Happ lets him hit off his back, and a run is going to score, and that's going to hurt Nick Lodolo. There, tie game, but in the 4th, Brian Ramirez, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. What does he do? Pop up to shortstop. That's not what we need. We're blowing a lot of chances with runners in scoring position. What's going on? I don't know. I do not know. We need help. Nick Lodolo, the next batter, he is going to swing and line one in the left. I thought he might have had an RBI base hit, but snagged by the third baseman there. We get another round started later in the fifth. Nick Lodolo pitched great, by the way. Wasn't a lot of highlights for him to show because he was just mowing everyone down. Not a lot of strikeouts, but just a lot of weak contact, easy fly balls. In the sixth, there's another chance, by the way, squandered. In the sixth, runner on third, one out again. This time, Brian Ramirez is going to come through. He's going to make up for that pop-up with runners in scoring position and hit a home run in the center field. 414 feet, his ninth of the year, and it gives us a 3-1 lead. Here's Ji-Man Choi again, grounding out to first. That's going to end Nick Lodolo's night. 105 pitches, 6 innings pitched, only 1 run. He pitched great. Nate Lowe, he gets a pinch hit, a rare pinch hit occurrence. Look at that catch. And you know who that was who made that catch? That was Kevin Kiermaier, former teammate of ours, of course. Kevin Kiermaier is one of the best catchers I've ever seen in this game. Willie Mays style, Jim Edmonds dive over the shoulder. That was a great fucking play by Kevin Kiermaier. He got hurt on that play, actually. That's why that lefty was out there in center. It'd all be for nothing, though, because Ian Happ would absolutely dick slap that one in the left center field for a no-doubter. His 20th of the year, 3-run shot. This pretty much put the game out of reach at this point. Raciel Iglesias on the mound for the Cubs. It's 9-1. Colin Poche is just going to go ahead and take the mound, close this one out in a little bit of a mop-up roll. No blown leads in the ninth this game. We made sure of it, and we won. Nick Lodolo pitched great. We got some good hitting performances by Ian Happ, Vlad Jr., and Brian Ramirez to win this one. Let's take a look at the All-Star game. We only had 2 All-Star votes in there. Brandon Woodruff was the first one. Great season so far, of course. We're just going to jump ahead and show all the positions, but that is the first position. Fernando Romero is the only relief pitcher. Oh, actually, we had 3. I forgot about Tyler Glasnow. He made the All-Star team as well. One of the closers who made it. Look at Alex Colomé. 26 2/3 innings pitched. He hasn't given up an earned run this season. My goodness. Mitch Garver, best catcher this season. Josh Bell in his home state of Texas. He's on the Rangers now. He made it. There we go. Second base, Wander Franco. We moved him to second baseman after we got Vlad Jr., and he is the best second baseman this season by far. Chapman, Bergman, Ramirez, and Renato Nunez. Hard to compete with those third base. It's a good set of names there. J.P. Crawford finally didn't make the All-Star team, batting 2-0 whatever. It's Polanco and Xander Bogaerts. Xander Bogaerts made it every fucking year, but well deserved. I mean, he's good. Still, Willie Adames got, I wouldn't say he got snubbed this year, but he got snubbed, 3 of the 4 years already. Center field, who else? Mike Trout, Lewis Roberts there. Manuel Margot, former teammate of ours, somehow makes the All-Star team. He's batting 303 this year. Maybe we just made a bunch of wrong moves. I doubt it, but I mean, I like the moves we made, don't get me wrong, but it seems like everyone we traded is doing good at wherever the fuck they are, so it's kind of annoying. The National League, we're just going to go over it. There's Nick Anderson, another guy we traded, making the All-Star team. Good for him, though. I never hated Nick Anderson, just got a little bit untrustworthy. Omar Navarro's, Carson Kelly, and JT Realmuto. There's Ji-Man Choi making the All-Star team. It's 25 home runs this year, my goodness. And batting 270. Look, he's got 25 home runs. The last 2 seasons, he only hit 27 and 28. So he's having a very good year. Newman and Profar, Chris Bryant on the Mets, Nolan still on the Rockies. Kind of unrealistic there. Lindor on the Giants. And Tim Anderson on the Brewers. Even Jose Iglesias made it on Cincinnati, back on Cincinnati. Soto, Cunha Jr., Victor Robles, Brian Reynolds. All the good young names that we know today, and of course Bellinger and Yelich. So not much change in the outfield for the National League. Last game of these highlights in this episode to end out the month of July is against Boston. Going up against Dallas Keuchel, having a pretty rough season this year. In the 5s is ERA. In the first, we are going to put the pressure on Boston. Austin Meadows steals a base, which is rare from him. He gets the second, which makes this Willie Adames double look even better because it's an RBI. A double. Meadows scores easily, and we're up 1-0. So great managerial decision by me. Of course, that's what I do. Strikeout on the corner. Trey Mancini didn't agree with the call. It was borderline at best, but we'll take that call for sure. Got to swing the bat with 2 strikes. That's what it's all about. Eric Ruiz is going to ground to first, but he's going to get an RBI out of it. 2-0 Montreal. And then Woodruff ends that first and third rally right there. Nice strikeout. He had it going on today, Woodruff, until the fifth, where he did tie this game. Meadows just has no arm. I mean, he's got a noodle of an arm, literally. I mean, it's just useless. One of the most useless arms I've seen in the outfield, but his hitting more than enough makes up for it. Here's Eric Ruiz again coming through. This guy's just he's such a beast, man. Down the third base line, 2 runs going to score. It's a 4-2 lead for us. We're jumping ahead. That's still a 2-run lead, but now it's 5-3. Chad Green is in there because you pay him the money. He's going to find it at some point, and works out of trouble. Look at that dot on that slider from Trey Mancini. Trey Mancini's having no luck today. I mean, it's just great pitches. Nothing really you can do about it. That one's called a ball for glass now. That means the winning run is at the plate, and it was the scariest hitter on the Boston team, J.D. Martinez, but luckily he hits this one hard, but right at the first baseman, so we get a win. And then really quickly before we end this episode, let's just show the standings of where we're at. We're a half game back from the Yankees. Red Sox are way out of it this year, no competition, and we are second, in the wild card, so we have that second wild card spot, only a game up from the Angels, though. And if it ended today, we'd be playing pretty much our rivals, the White Sox. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, again, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment something random. I'll respond to you. I like reading the comments. So I'll see you guys in the next one, where we'll finish off the month of August. And we're almost done with season 4 here. Almost time for the playoffs already.